Yo, 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 what is up, everybody? Chris here from Fake Sports News, X Rotation, however the flip you know me on these interwebs. And today I'm going to be bringing you guys a quick recap of what happened during Week 3 of Stage 2 of the CDL going into Major 2, hosted by Optic, Texas, in Dallas, Texas. Hope you guys enjoyed the mouthful of an intro. Today I'm going to be trying to bring you guys something a little bit quicker, so I'm trying to keep this under 10 minutes, so I'm skipping anything egregious, just going through all the series quickly, briefly, and some stats. So kicking things off, we had the LA Thieves taking on the Vancouver Surge. Let's see what the community was feeling. You guys can see I thought a 3-2 was coming through, but it was a 3-0 for the LA Thieves. Yeah, they just looked better. In the second series of the weekend, we had the Ultra taking on the Vegas Falcons. You guys can see about 99% of people expected the Ultra to take this one. 98% if you're rounding accurately. And Falcons, they took a map here. I believe it was the S&D. But yeah, basically, Ultra looked as good as we all expected. Then in our last series of Friday, we had the LAG boys taking on Sib, their former teammate, former world champs Skies and Priesta and Kismet, of course, left New York. So they're taking on their former org, and their former org won. I mean, it was a 3-0. LAG just looks shambolic right now. That's all that can really be said. And then looking at Saturday's matches, we kick things off with my home team, Atlanta Faze, taking on the Minnesota Rokkr. You guys can see I thought that Rokkr would take a map, just out of respect to how good Rocker's been all season. But it looks like this team's hitting kind of a weird regression. So, yeah. I mean, they got 3-0'd and it was not even close. Abizi was taking hostages. It was crazy. So let's briefly look at this one. C9 versus Ravens. As you guys can see, Cloud9 got manhandled by Carolina here. Gwen had a 1.8. I mean, he had a 1.4 on the series. Let's look at the maps briefly. Hardpoint map 1, 250, 197. Sib 25 and 23 only stand out on New York. And oh my god, Gwen 38 and 21. Let's close this out. Map 2, everybody on Carolina did their thing. 7, 7, 8, and 6. And then New York 5, 3, 6, and 2. They got smoked. Yeah, 6-2 is crazy. And then in the protocol control, you can see everybody on New York with the exception of Sib got absolutely Kentucky fried. Sib was 40 and 24. Kremp was the next best player with 24 and 25. And then on the Ravens, of course, you had Gwen 25 26, Slasher 19 25, TJ 29 28, Vivid 23 and 24. Way more even, and just an overperformance from Cloud9 clearly. And then the map 4, they closed it out. Gwen was 38 and 21 again? Oh, wow. So he ran it back from map 1 at the exact same. Okay, wow. Yep, and that's how they got done. Not going to harp on this too long. Trying to keep this brief. Yeah, so Carolina, they definitely look like they've beaten the allegations. They're clearly much improved, and they are the team that we thought they were. I'm sorry, I owe them an apology. I was not familiar with their current game, I guess. So looking at the next series, we had the Boston Breach taking on the LA Thieves, and yeah, the LA Thieves, I mean, they 3-0'd them pretty decisively, as you guys would expect. In our next series, we of course had Miami taking on Optic, Texas. Everybody knew this would be a Miami dub for the most part. I mean, we were all pretty much expecting it, so nothing too crazy here. Even though it is a quote-unquote upset, it's not that much of an upset. I mean, no one was expecting Optic to look good after barely beating Falcons. So, yeah, I'm not going to get too deep into that. But let's see what the community thought. Oh, community was leaning towards Optic. Okay, wow. Delusion never fades, it seems, in the masses. But yeah, so looking at our next series, we had the LAG boys taking on the Vegas Falcons. 92% of people were expecting the correct outcome. They thought that LAG would get it done, and they did indeed. And then in our next series, we had Vancouver Surge taking on the Miami Heretics. As you guys can see, I thought it would be a 3-1 in favor of Vancouver Surge. I thought Miami would take a map somewhere, and they did with the protocol. Looking at the series MVP, it was of course 04, with a 1.06 in hardpoint, a 7 in S&D, Jesus, and 1.32 in control. And 04, of course, had a 1.2 on the series, so he was cooking. Map 1, Metals with 25 and 17 was a standout, along with Real, who had 28 and 19 as well. And then Rancourt had 25 and 18, and everybody on Surge went negative, so dominance from the Miami boys kick it off. And then Surge, they just got their get back and ran back that belt. So, yeah, 04 of 7 and 1 in map 2. He was a standout along with Nasty, who was 7 and 4. Map 3, they chained that momentum to win 3-2 behind a 25 and 19 from 04, 27 and 24 from Abuza, and 32 and 28 from the standout in the lobby, who was Neptune. And then Metals 30 and 26, and Rancor 25 and 23 on the other side. Not enough to get it done, decidedly. And then in the map 4, where we close things out on Vault Hardpoint, we of course had Abuza going 33 and 29, He absolutely went takeover mode, and 04 was right there with him, 30 and 26. And they were complemented by Nasty, the second AR, with 25 and 21. So yeah, I mean, Vancouver just looked dominant here, and they took the series that we all expect them to, in a fashion we expect them to, pretty much. So looking at our next series, we had Optic taking on Toronto Ultra, and it was more so Optic taking on Joe Deceives because, god damn, that brother dropped 86 and 42 on their head tops. He dropped a 2 KD. I think that might be the CDL record for Series KD. It's probably also the CDL record for most kills in a 3-map series. 90 is crazy. I mean, sometimes you have players barely breaking 90 in a 4 or 5-map series. Wow. So, 1.92 hardpoint, 3.67 S&D, 1.93 control. Let's just look for Joe's stats at this point. Oh my god, map 1, 48 again? Dude, he had 48 against the LA Thieves in red card last week on map 1. This is insane. Joe on Sundays over is a lock. Wow. Okay. They map Sizzline for 40. Damn. Sunday Joe is different. So yeah, 48 and 25 on the map 1. Jesus. 11 and 3 on the map 2. Jesus. Dashy's only person even close was 7 and 6. And then one on the map 3. 27 and 14. And the closest person was Shotzi, 1917. Alright, let's move on to the next series. Yeah. Alright. Yep. GG, go next. So yeah, I mean 3-0 for Toronto. Wow. San Soka. And then in the last series of the weekend, we had the Boston Breach taking on Atlanta Faze. As you guys can see, I thought it'd be a 3-2 for my home team, or a 3-0 for my home team. I thought they'd destroy Boston, but it was way closer than we all thought, just because Boston had something to prove after that LA Thieves domination. Looking at our series, of course, the MVP was none other than Mr. Sellium himself. You can do a two-phase up, whatever you want to say. He had a 1.2 and he fried. So let's look at the series. We kick things off on Skyline, hardpoint 250 to 183 in favor of Faze. Of course, Simp, Draza, and Cell were the kill leaders. Simp 33 and 28, Draza 35 and 28, and Sellium 33 and 23. Absolutely fried him. Speaking of fried, the Boston Breach got their get back in map 2 behind a 9 and 6 from Awakening and an 8 and 4 from Snoopy. Cell was the only player on Faze who really shot back with a 9 and 6, but they absolutely dominated Faze in the map 2. They tried to change the map 3 Hacienda, tried to run back-to-back Hacienda cheese, but Faze said no thanks, we'll take this one. And yeah, Simp went 30 and 26, Draza went 30 and 32, and that's how Faze got it done. Cammy went 32 and 24. He actually went crazy on the Boston side, but it was not enough to get it done. And then in the map 4, Hacienda Hardpoint, this one was actually fire. Boston made the comeback. It was super, super close. If you guys look at the game breakdown here, it was absolutely insane. Pandemonium back and forth. But Boston was able to edge it out at the end.
Balls.
So yeah, Awakening went 26 and 21. Purge 30 and 30. Purge was the MVP of this map. He made a lot of consequential plays. Even though BZ was 33 and 25, felt like Purge just had more of an impact on the map. So looking at the map 5, we of course had a Cammy Masterclass. He went 11 and 7 before the hour-long reset cheese. But the BZ, he came back after the break and he said, yeah, you can't ice a BZ, kid. And he went 13 and 7. Draws, of course, right there with him 8 and 5. But yeah, Faze, they took over after the reset and they looked great. So yeah, guys, that'll about wrap it up for me. Be sure to stay tuned for, of course, Week 4's pickems. Of course, that'll be coming later today at time of recording. And yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Hope you have a great morning, noon, or night, wherever you may be on this beautiful planet. And let's check the leaderboards before we sign off. So I made it back to, I guess, the top 700. So whatever. We'll get back. Hope you guys have a great morning, noon, or night, wherever you may be on this beautiful planet. We went 10 for 11 this week, so be sure to join the Discord down below for prize picks. And yeah, be sure to stay in the loop with your boy because I do get things right. So if you like prize picks, check me out. Hope you guys have a great morning, noon, or night, wherever you may be on this beautiful planet. And I will catch you guys on the next video. Once again, this is Chris from Fake Sports News or X Rotation. And I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, please don't forget to share it with someone who you think might enjoy, like I said before. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.